Batting second will be Kyle Ashworth. Donovan Ratfield bats third. The middle three is Carson Hornan, Carson Garner, and Brock Freidenberg. The bottom three is J.D. McLaughlin, Tommy Rover, and Jacob Steele. Chris Canada gets the start on the mound for the Range Riders. On the other side, it is Bishop leading off for the RedPocket Mobiles. Kaufman bats second, Harrison Dudley third. The middle three is Johnson, Chavez, and Frett. The bottom three is Jackson, and Weaver. It is Manny Jackson that will bat first, followed by Marquise Jackson. Starting pitcher tonight is Rano Reyes. The Japanese right-hander gets the start and will pitch in the bottom of the first inning. The Glacier Range Riders led out there by manager Todd Pratt, while the manager on the RedPocket Mobile side is Dimitri Young. Range Riders and these RedPocket Mobiles coming off 6 games in a row last week against each other right here. The RedPocket Mobiles fell in all 6 games to Glacier. We will send it down to the field now. Our national anthem sang live in stadium. After that, we'll take a quick break. But first, we will send it down to the field for our national anthem sang live at Glacier Bank Park. Wonderful national anthem sang at Glacier Bank Park, and a beautiful shot of these Range Rider Friday Reds with a twist on them. Fireworks post game, but let's get some fireworks on the field today. The Range Riders and the RedPocket Mobiles coming right up. We will take a quick break and bring you Pioneer League Baseball when we return.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone with you. Let's go over the defense for the Glacier Range Riders today. It's Donovan Ratfield behind the plate. Carson Garner over at third. Jacob Steele at short. Tommy Rover will be the second baseman. Brock Vredenberg at first. The outfield from left to right is Kyle Ashworth, J.D. McLaughlin, and Alex Fernandez. Starting pitcher for the Glacier Range Riders tonight is Chris Canada. 6.35 ERA for Canada. 1 win, 2 losses. 8 appearances this season. This is 4th start. 23 strikeouts and 22 2/3 innings. Problem is he does have 23 walks in that time. The first pitch will come into Braylon Bishop from Canada, and we are underway with the ball in the dirt. First pitch coming at 7:04 p.m. 76 degrees and beautiful weather for baseball in the Flathead Valley. The 1-0 pitch. Now into Bishop. Buffered him on that one. It's in the zone, and the count goes to 1-1. Bishop at times has been spotty in terms of reading pitches. Sometimes will overreact to a ball that he think might cut inside on him. The 1-1. That one downstairs. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Range Riders coming in right now. As far as the record goes, the hottest team in the PBL. 9 wins in their last 10 games, including 6 of those against these RedPocket Mobiles, 2 against the Voyagers, and 1 against the Missoula Paddleheads in that stretch. That one called a strike, and the count goes to 2-2. See, that one was right down the middle, really. I don't know what exactly Bishop is seeing to make him buckle out of the zone. Maybe it's just an optics thing. If he knows he's not going to swing at it, he can throw off the umpire maybe a little bit if you back out. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Bishop off balance on a 78-mile-per-hour breaker, top of the zone. Tried to send it sky high, and instead he's sent to the dugout. Another look back at that punch out of a very good leadoff batter in Bishop, who was batting .375. That was his 13th strikeout of the season. Up comes Spence Kaufman, .314 batting average. 4 home runs, 23 RBIs for Kaufman. First pitch in the zone, a called strike. The count goes to 0-1. 6 games last week, all won by the Range Riders, but it was anything but customary, the battles between these two squads. Every game except for Tuesday's opener was a RedPocket lead initially that had to be withered away by the Range Riders. Pitch outside, count goes to 1-1. Including some miraculous late inning comebacks, finished off by a Sunday walk-off win for Glacier thanks to Carson Hornung. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled up and away. Might be our first souvenir ball. Lands on the top of our production booth on the other side of the suite level. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out on Spence Kaufman. Kaufman most recently played for the Windy City Thunderbolts. The 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground towards third. Should be playable for Carson Garner. The throw is on target, on time for out number 2. Garner 5-3 in your scorebook. There's 2 gone top of the first. Up comes the dangerous Jordan Harrison Dudley. Jordan Harrison Dudley, player coach on this squad. Not just a player coach during the summer for this team, but he gets plenty of coaching experience during the offseason as well. As this one powered to left center field, and Harrison Dudley has a home run. Another long ball for Jordan Harrison Dudley, as absolutely shellacked off the bat of the powerful and fast Harrison Dudley. Switch hitter to left center field. That is his 4th home run against the Range Riders this season after a multi-home run game against Glacier in the final contest these two squads played on that Sunday. 2 outs, top of the first, a solo jack. Not going to kill anybody if you're a Range Rider fan. Canada, question for him is just shaking it off. Harrison Dudley's going to get you. He's got a .347 batting average. That was his 14th jack of the season. Now comes Justin Johnson, who last night finished a revenge tour against the Missoula Paddleheads to the tune of a cycle in Missoula to finish out the 3-game set with Missoula, who cut him midway through spring training. He certainly had vindication on his mind, and he got it last night, as not only did he get the cycle personally, but it was enough for the RedPocket Mobiles to beat the Paddleheads in game 3 of that series, and that was the rubber match, so they took the series as a whole. Good bounce back for RedPocket after dropping 6 in a row to the Range Riders. And they were coming off a loss before that to Idaho Falls as well, so it was a 7-game losing streak they broke on Tuesday night. The 1-2 pitch into Johnson, swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Grabbed by Ratfield, the throw in time to first base. Jordan Harrison Dudley with his 14th home run of the season, his 40th RBI. The Range Rider bats up to bat in the bottom of the first.
Turn.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Bottom of the first inning, it's Alex Fernandez taking to the plate. Defensive alignment for this RedPocket Mobile squad. Chavez behind the plate, Johnson at third, Kaufman's the shortstop, Jackson over at second base, Harrison Dudley, the home run hitter in the top half of the inning. He's at first. The outfield from left to right is Maury Weaver, Braylon Bishop, and Keyshawn Frey. First pitch in, coming to Alex Fernandez. Swung on to left field, backing up is Weaver, and he'll watch it one hop into the fence. Alex Fernandez holding at second. I'll tell you what, Alex Fernandez, he's a psycho out there, because I thought he was going to third for a second. That's how hard he was running on a pretty clear, like, you know, he could have walked from first to second and been in there safely. But if you are not willing to throw him out, he is going to take a base on you, and now you're going to learn that on the base pass. The league leader in stolen bases with 26. And for comparison, the top number for RedPocket is 18, and that's by Jordan Harrison Dudley, and he has played 30 games in 19 games. Fernandez has 26. Kyle Ashworth now, who's been a red-hot bat for the Range Riders, an on-base machine batting second. .531 on base percentage, but not only that, slugging .460. So just flirting with a near 1,000 OBP for a guy that was a role player for Glacier last year. This one to left field as Weaver, backing up, makes the catch for out number 1. And now a missed throw, and wow, aggressive to get to second there is Fernandez. I told you, if you give him a base, he'll take it. Something out of nothing there, and he gets to third on what ends up being a productive out on the line out from Ashworth. Up comes Donovan Ratfield, the day off yesterday for the Range Riders' #1 catcher. One of the top catchers in the league statistically, .392 batting average. As he pops this one up, that is going to be the exact opposite of what the Range Riders wanted. As Harrison Dudley makes the catch in fair territory for out #2. Nearly everything but that and a strikeout would have done the trick to get Fernandez across home. And now the Range Riders will have no sacrifice in play as Carson Hornung, who was the last batter this mobile squad faced on Sunday, and he released a 2 RBI single that scored Fernandez to win it. There's a called strike, count goes to 0-1. I haven't even talked to you about Ren Arias, who's the starting pitcher for the Mobiles. 8.51 ERA, 7 starts. He has 18 strikeouts in 37 innings. Swing and a foul scrape. Count goes to 0-2. And one of his better starts was against this Glacier Range Riders squad last Thursday. Scratch that, last Saturday. The 0-2 pitch coming in. This one hit on the ground. Going to be kind of a tricky play. Bobbled by Marquise Jackson, and an error will reach Fernandez across home. Gonna take a tricky play there, a backhand needed. Hornung has decent wheels, but not gonna break any backs with how he can run down to first. That one was just a muff play by Jackson, who's typically an outfielder, but they've moved him to second base where they do have him listed on the roster. But I'll tell you what, from what I've seen from him at second, he seems way more uncomfortable there than he was in the outfield, where he's built with a ton of speed to the tune of 18 steals, and just makes a lot more sense to see him in the outfield from what I've seen. Carson Garner on the plate. Over the last 10 games, the Range Riders have won 9 out of 10, and he leads the team in batting average over those last 10. The 1-0 inside. It is 2-0. Last start versus the Glacier Range Riders, it was 6 innings, 3 runs against Arias. 9 hits allowed, but he walked the tightrope well. Garner, as this one is ripped, a line shot at 105 miles per hour to Johnson for out #3. An unearned run off the E4 crosses the plate. It's 1-1 as we head to the second.
Turn.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in, folks. Scott Gladstone here as the Glacier Range Riders and the RedPocket Mobiles doing battle. Top of the second inning. Due up this half inning. It's Chavez, Frett, and Jackson That is Manny Jackson due up. We have 2 M. Jacksons now, as Manny Jackson signed to the roster after the series ended on Sunday. As this one broken bat into shallow right field, just above second base. That one kind of seemed weird. I don't know if Rover saw that one clean. Snapped the bat, and I think that might have been part of the reason for the brief moment of hesitation from Rover. Goes down as a slow popping 68-mile-per-hour single. Here comes Keyshawn Fratt. A lot of power from Fratt. Pops this one up for a foul ball. Sometimes, especially on the cold early season nights, you see one foul go into the stands, there's a good chance it reaches empty seats. Not so much on this weekend. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. You better have your head on a swivel if you're in the ballpark tonight, or at least have a trusty accomplice with you that also has their head on a swivel. 0-2 pitch, nobody out, runner on first. Swing and a miss. Canada, another punch out. Range Riders rocking these beautiful Friday fireworks jerseys. It is akin to the Friday Reds, a little bit different shade. But actually, I don't even know. It's really not that far off from the regular Friday Reds. First pitch into Manny Jackson outside. But they got just the lightest hint of fireworks on the jerseys. Obviously, a nod to one of the favorite 4th of July traditions around this great nation. This one over to first. Vandenberg fields the throw right in. Oh, back to Canada, didn't get it. And it was a 3-6, nearly one double play. Can't assume a double play, so it won't be an error, even though you really felt like it should have been. You watch back at it and you see, who was this on? Was it Canada or is it Steele? I think he just got his feet kind of caught weird. Canada probably should have caught that. You would think Canada might have some experience playing first base, because probably if he wasn't pitching, they might have just thrown him over there. Goes down as just a 3-6 fielder's choice in your scorebook. First pitch misses to Marquise Jackson. Manny Jackson on first now. Chris Canada on the season, 6.35 ERA. As that one misses the zone, and it will be a wild pitch to send the runner to second. Canada, as we dig deep into the profile, he was a 2021 graduate out of Orange Lutheran High School, which is near Orange, California, as you might track. 8-0 record, 1.39 ERA. And also had 2 saves that season. Opposing batters hit 159 against Canada his senior year of high school. This one popped up. And it goes to 2-1. Bounce on the roof. He was ranked number 35 for outfielders in California. So he was a position player as well, but it was in the outfield, according to what I'm seeing. Inside to Jackson, 3 balls and 1 strike. Also was recruited by a handful of very good programs: Arizona, Kansas State, UCLA, Washington State, UC Irvine, UC Santa Barbara, Loyola Marymount, Grand Canyon, and San Diego. And a 2-out walk. Canada, a deep breath. Had a brief moment probably where he thought about if he gloved it, hey, great 3-6-1 double play, get out of the inning clean. Instead, Maury Weaver will step up with an opportunity. 2 on and 2 outs. Fouled off by Maury Weaver. Weaver, 215 batting average. No home runs, 10 RBIs on the season. Does have 12 stolen bases. 1-1 scoreline, top of the second inning. Jackson on second, Jackson on first. Missing inside, 1-1. Four years at San Diego State. This one's got on and missed. 4 years at San Diego State, 142 innings pitched. Mostly out of the pen, but only barely. 27 appearances out of the pen, 25 as a starter. So that's why Canada can be kind of that flex role, because he's experienced both. Swing and a miss. Weaver down to an E. They'll need a throw down to first base, where Vredenberg taps the bag for out number 3. Nearly a beautiful 3-6-1 double play, but in the end, none is lost as the Range Riders and the Mobiles tied 1-1.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901, when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry, with systems built to perform.
Welcome back in. It's the bottom of the second inning. Brock Vredenberg leads us off. His first matchup with Ren Arias. And it floats in for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. A lot of hard hit balls in the first inning for the Glacier Range Riders. That one upstairs. Count goes to 1-1. Vredenberg, a home run last night, a home run on Tuesday. That was a grand slam on Tuesday, the third grand slam of the season for the Range Riders, already outpacing what they did last year. His grand slams were hard to come by. This one back to Arias, who knocks it down. Can he recover? The throw to first is not in time. Vredenberg beats it out. I'll tell you what, in the mid-inning break, Vredenberg was prepping to lead off this inning. And meanwhile, Super Bowl champion Patrick O'Connell was being interviewed by our in-stadium host, Lauren Hill, as you just see Arias not be able to grab that clean. If he gets it, it's going to be an out, but because he knocked it off the glove, it'll be an infield single for Vredenberg. J.D. McLaughlin fouls it back. But you talk about football and who I would not want to see coming towards me. If I had a power rank in the stadium right now, because Patrick O'Connell, Super Bowl champion with the Seahawks this year, is here. He's number one. I don't want to see him coming to me on a football field. Number two, it's Brock Vredenberg. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Funny enough, Todd Pratt, also a very good football player, the manager of the Glacier Range Riders. He originally, out of high school, committed to play football and baseball at the University of Hawaii. That was part of the reason why he wanted to go there, is because he could play both. Of course, he got drafted by the Red Sox, took that deal instead, and the rest is history. 10+ years in the bigs for Pratt. Runner on first, 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the second inning. Ren Arias firing home. Popped up. Jackson at second base. Looking around for it. Makes the grab for out number 1. Arias is a weak contact specialty guy. He's never going to throw faster than 87 miles per hour. He'll throw it over the zone. This season, he has 16 walks in 37 innings, now 38. So he will offer you his stuff over the zone. It's your job to hit it. The Range Riders were able to hit it okay, but could not turn it into more than 3 runs. As Tommy Rover sees a first pitch ball, and the count goes to 1-0. Catcher Chavez didn't like that much. That missed pretty clearly. Count goes to 1-0. For Rover on the season, Tommy Rover batting .289. Floats in there, also missing, and the count goes to 2-0. Chavez took a long time to throw that one back, making it very clear his dismay over the call. Home plate umpire tonight is Michael Goebel. Mike Blanchard at first, Zach Dart at third. The 2-0 1-out pitch. Swung on, hit it hard, foul. Right near the RedPocket Mobile's bullpen. And lodged into the fence right in front of it. Agonizingly close for the many fans out there. That's one to keep a head on if you're sitting over by the rocks. Make sure you got a head up. Time called as somebody's going to need go over and grab that one. Fret will grab it and hand it off to the kids there. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. Pitch in to Tommy Rover. Floating above the zone. Once again, Chavez not an immediate fire back to his pitcher. Clearly doesn't like the zone, but they've all been accurately called. That one's 70 miles per hour, and Rover has a lower strike zone than others because he is the shortest player in the Range Riders lineup. That one definitely missed high, and it's a walk issued to Rover. On base percentage for Tommy Rover this season, sitting at .413, a good ability to read pitches. Range Riders in general have been really good to get on. Their on base percentage in the league standings is in 7th place. And that is in big part because they have enticed the most walks in the league. 1 out, bottom of the second inning. Up comes Jacob Steele with runners on first and second here on this Friday night in the Flathead Valley. First pitch in is fouled off by Steele. Tremendous crowd tonight. They're giving good energy from the get-go. If you are not at the stadium and you're in the Flathead Valley, make sure you're down at the ballpark at some point this weekend. Tomorrow night, tell you what, it's going to be hard to find an empty seat in the house. And the biggest fireworks show in franchise history will finish up the evening. There's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-2 as it just cut the inside corner against Steele, who's batting .281, has 3 home runs, 27 RBIs. Arias will fire his 25th pitch of the day. The 0-2. Fouled off by Steele. Question for the Range Riders is when it gets down to 2 strikes, can they find a way to keep making contact against Arias, who has less of a punch-out pitch option than many pitchers the Range Riders will face, especially on a Great Falls squad that they've seen 15 times this year. And Great Falls has a lot more guys with punch-out stuff. This is fouled off again. This is good stuff right here. You want to see at least 3 pitches if you fall behind 0-2 or 1-2, just to at least extend the at-bat. 0-2, 1 out, bottom of the second inning. Runners on first and second. Arias versus Steele. Swung on by Steele to the left center field gap. Looking up at the track, and it's off the base of the wall. 1 across, 2 across. Tommy Rover gets the green light. The throw home is not in time. Tommy Rover scores It is a 2 RBI double from Jacob Steele, and Rover's fired up. 3-1, Range Riders take their first lead of the evening. Take a look at this smooth swing on an 0-2 count. Offered dead center. Breaking ball, waited on it, and just popped it to left center field, and was a hair below where he needed to get that one for a home run. 367 feet. That sign says 375, right near where it hit at the base of the wall. And a great job by our camera crew. That's a heck of a shot to be able to see that Superman slide from Tommy Rover. Renarias switching out the ball there. Renarias originally from Japan. First pitch called a strike at the top of the zone to Fernandez, who doubled his first time up. The 0-1, hit on the ground. This is going to be a tough one to get Fernandez. No way they get him. Speed doesn't slump. That's what Coach Todd Pratt said at the beginning of the season when trying to think about the team that he wants to have is your bat's always going to go up and down, but Fernandez, who's after a red hot start, not swinging it as hard as he was, you just make contact and you're able to get aboard if you're a guy as good running the bases as Alex Fernandez. And now he's on first base with a runner on third. How long before he runs to second? Not very long. He's going. The throw into second, no chance to do that, as then a hard throw to third, nearly skipped by Johnson. Fernandez has his 27th stolen base of the season. He's within 20 of the Range Riders franchise record in a single season. He is on pace to possibly get the career record in one season. Just insane. Pitch was a strike into Ashworth, who taps it over to second, fielded and thrown for out number 2. It's an RBI single, 4-1. Range Riders have expanded their lead. Up comes Donovan Ratfield. He popped up his first time. Now he has a chance once again with Fernandez in scoring position. Doesn't need to worry about a sacrifice opportunity. Just find a way to get another hit. For a man who leads the Range Riders in hits with 49. Next one will be to half a century mark. 76-mile-per-hour breaker in the zone on the first pitch from Arias. This one hit hard. Kaufman, that's shortstop, makes the throw in time to get out Ratfield. Range Riders scored 2 on the RBI, 2 RBI double by Jacob Steele. They get 1 on the Ashworth ground out. It's 4-1 Glacier headed to the third.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back in. It is the top of the third inning. Scott Gladstone with you as the Glacier Range Riders have a lead right now on the RedPocket Mobiles. Braylon Bishop 0 for 1 with a strikeout, steps up to the plate. First pitch misses. Count goes to 1-0. Canada working with a 4-1 lead. When Canada's had a lead, he's pitched really, really good. His 2 starts before his last. His offense got him big leads in the early going, and then he ended up between 4 and 5 innings. 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out, top of the third inning. Balls, no strikes. Question always after a 3-run inning, after your offense gives you some pop, can you make sure to go out there and minimize the damage against? 3-0 pitch, hits the zone. That's a good response there. Braylon Bishop, leadoff man. Him and Alex Fernandez in a race would be something I would pay good money to see. Fouled off. Count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fernandez in 19 games this season, 26 stolen bases. Bishop in 13 games, 16 stolen bases. They're both stealing at a much higher rate than games played. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Pitch in. Swung on up the middle for a base knock. Bishop on first. Single after the strikeout the first time up by Bishop. Well struck ball at 100. And now what does Bishop do with Canada? They got him in a pickoff. The throw into second, and they got him. They're going to call a balk on Canada. Todd Pratt's coming out and saying, wait a minute. Todd Pratt is hot right now. Todd Pratt is getting in the home plate umpire's grill a little bit and saying, this is on you to make sure that you're properly calling a balk there. I've not seen Todd Pratt argue a balk this vehemently before. Seems like a frustrating one to lose out on because they did have the fastest player on the squad pinned with that pickoff attempt. Squaring up on his Kaufman. The first pitch there misses outside. So it's a pedantic balk call that ends up reaching Bishop to second base. 1-0 to Kaufman, who swings on this one to shallow right field. Bishop won't test the arm of Fernandez. The throw comes into the cutoff, and Bishop reached his hand up like he was going to block it. Thought he was maybe on the wrong field of play. Maybe he's watching a lot of World Cup soccer or something. Almost went into goalkeeper mode. Routine fly out for Kaufman to right field, and up steps Jordan Harrison Dudley, 1 for 1 with a home run. As that one misses, the count goes to 1-0. Harrison Dudley on the 1-0 1-out pitch. as that one misses. Count goes to 2-0. One out, Bishop walk, and then a balk to second. Dancing on second is Bishop. Downstairs, the count is 3-0. To me, I think Canada pitches a lot better out of the windup than he does out of the stretch. That is purely, as there's a pickoff back to short and drop by Rover. It was not Steele, that was Rover back there that just couldn't handle it cleanly. As Bishop gets into third base. That is a stolen base. As once again, it seemed like he was handled on a pickoff attempt as Harrison Dudley has walked on 4 pitches. This is what you don't want to do to this RedPocket mobile squad, is give them opportunities, put runners on base, and now you got a guy in Justin Johnson who has 13 jacks on the year. Two free passes issued by Canada, and danger has stepped up in the form of Justin Johnson. Mentioned he was with the Northern Colorado Owls last year, played for Dimitri Young in the unique season that they had, as the throw will not come to second as Harrison Dudley steals the bag to get in safely for Harrison Dudley, his 19th stolen base of the season. Talk about adversity that Northern Colorado Owls Sky Sox team certainly went through it, as the 1-0 swung on and missed. By the way, keep a head on a swivel, because last night twice in consecutive moments the RedPocket Mobiles stole home. That one delivered just outside the zone. Count goes to 2-1. First it was Marquise Jackson, then it was Bishop that did steal home. Bishop stole home on a missed throw. I think he was out dead to rights if it was a good throw from Tabensi. There's a swing and a miss. The count goes to 2-2. There's been an insane amount of swings and misses on balls in the dirt in today's contest by the Mobiles. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Pitch in, swing and a miss, and caught clean by Ratfield. There is 2 gone. Top of the 3rd inning. Bishop still on 3rd. Harrison Dudley on 2nd. The big at-bat will come with Josiah Chavez, who has a bloop broken bat single into right field. First pitch blocked by Ratfield as that one got away from Canada. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, top of the 3rd inning. Question is not when the big inning is going to come in the Pioneer League. It constantly does. But when you do have a 3-run frame, what is the response? That often tells the script of how games go. That one delivered at the bottom of the zone, called a strike, and the count goes to 1-1 on Chavez. Chavez on the season, batting .361, has 8 home runs and 24 RBIs. Canada's 20th pitch of the inning coming in. Upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. Last Canada start, he lasted just 2 2/3 innings. Now we're looking to go a little bit further. The 2-1 pitch. Bluff of the bat. Oh, I thought he went. Oh. Umpire once again not in a position to make the call. Home plate umpire has to make that one. That's the fact of the matter with that. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on 2nd and 3rd, pitch in the zone. 77 right down the pipe. Big 3-2, 2 out, top of the 3rd pitch, 4-1 Glacier leads RedPocket, but that hangs in the balance on this payoff pitch coming from Canada to Chavez. Low and away, the third walk of the inning issued by Canada. Canada had been doing a great job with his control in the early going. He had 5 strikeouts to the tune of 3 walks, but after the first 2 innings, the Mobiles kind of got the message. He swung at least a few less balls in the dirt. Up comes Keyshawn Friend. Call the ball up and away. Count goes to 1-0. Big bases loaded opportunity for the visiting RedPocket Mobiles here in the early going. 9 wins, 30 losses for RedPocket through 39 games. Game number 40, game number 21 at home for the Range Riders. This one into left field and couldn't grab it cleanly. Barrowing home, and the throw in is in time to get out Dudley. What a throw by Kyle Ashworth. It's an RBI single, but a throw out at home, and Todd Pratt is the first out of the dugout with a hard fist bump for his pitcher, who is clearly, at least Todd Pratt is a little frustrated with that balk call that ended up leading to the run. The throw from Ashworth, what a gun from left field to get out the speedy Jordan Harrison Dudley. We at the bottom of the second, it's 4-2.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
First pitch into Carson Horning is a called strike from Ren Arias. Scott Gladstone with you. It is 4-2 right now as Horning sees that one upstairs. Range Riders, a little bit of a spin on the regular Friday Reds, but still same vibe. Of course, on America 250 weekend, red, white, and blue. The uniform combinations throughout the weekend. RedPocket Mobiles in red sleeves, but the rest of their jerseys gray. 2 balls, 1 strike. Floating outside, and it is 3-1. What a throw by Kyle Ashworth in that last inning, and I think even more impressive, and I'll give it a lot of credit, Carson Garner getting out of the way of the cutoff, because a lot of times you see cutoff spoil an opportunity for a throw out at home. As this one hit too short, where Kaufman will field and throw in time for out number 1. Up comes the aforementioned Carson Garner. 105-mile-per-hour line out to third, but he also hit a 441-foot jack off of Arias that sparked a huge comeback last Saturday night for the Glacier Range Riders. Range Riders were down at one point in that contest, 9-1. They came back to win it, and the first run that sparked 11 unanswered by the Glacier Range Riders was a solo home run in the bottom of the 4th by Garner. The 0-1, 1-out pitch. called a strike. Lower outside corner. Count goes to 0-2. Range Riders on Fridays this season, they are 3-3 overall. Thus, in their red jerseys, they are 3-3. They only wear them on Fridays. The 0-2. Upstairs. Count goes to 1-2. The Range Riders did not score first in this contest. RedPocket put in 1 run in the top of the first inning. When the opponent scores first, the Range Riders have 12 wins. They do have 10 losses as well, and they're 12-5 when they score first. That one called strike 3, seen in the zone against Garner. Brock Vredenberg stepping in. Vredenberg is 1 for 1 with a infield single off the glove of Arias. Two outs, bottom of the third inning. As Arias tries to go 1-2-3. First pitch misses inside. Count goes to 1-0. Swung on by Vredenberg. Headed out to deep center field. Bishop back into the track, and it will go off the base of the wall. Bishop was really close to that one. I don't know what he was seeing where he didn't collect that one as cleanly as it seemed like he should have. Goes down as a double for Vredenberg. He'll surely appreciate it. 400 feet to center field. Another well swung ball by this new addition to the Range Rider lineup. Up comes JD. He's going to have a 2-out RBI opportunity. Popped out to second his first time up to JD. On the season, batting .275. 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. Arias asks for a new ball. Arias from originally Yamagata, Japan, which is in the northern part of the country. Somewhat northern, at least north of Tokyo. If you were going to drive there from Tokyo Haneda Airport, it would take you about 4.5 hours. Fouled off by JD. Count goes to 0-1. Played most recently for Gunma Diamonds Pegasus in Japan, which is in Gunma, a little bit closer to Tokyo than the hometown of Yamagata is. Swung on, popped up again. Once again, figuring him out. As there's confusion, and Marquise Jackson at the last moment was called into play, and a little back and forth between Jordan Harrison Dudley and Jackson, as all's well that ends well between the two RedPocket Mobiles teammates. That's all she wrote. We head to the fourth. It is 4-2 Glacier in front.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone with you as the first pitch fired to Manny Jackson is upstairs. The count goes to 0-1. Manny Jackson is 0 for 1 today, looking for his first hit. He is currently 0 for 5, does have 2 runs scored, thanks to a hit by pitch and a walk that he had. What a wacky series this RedPocket Mobile squad just finished up in Missoula. I'll tell you, RedPocket Mobile fans probably got to learn the one thing that I know as fact, is that no game, as this one got by Vredenberg. Somehow it maybe hit his wrist. I hope he's all right. It would hit fairly hard at 93, but you can maybe say it was an error, and it does go on the scoreboard as an error. E1 to, or E3 to reach Jackson, so still hitless. Up steps Marquise Jackson, who is 0 for 0. He walked. Square and a bunt. To the backstop it goes. Count goes to 0-1. Weird things happen in Missoula, Montana. No score is out of reach in Missoula, Montana. And a fact that I know, but apparently the RedPocket Mobiles didn't get the memo. It's a hard place to play in Missoula, Montana. They took 2 out of 3 in a place that once was the fortress of the PBL, and now a little bit more of a venue for nostalgia, I think, of what once was, and an atmosphere that isn't quite the same as it was in 22 and 23. 0-2, no out pitch into Marquise Jackson. Swung on. Sky high. This is in an awkward spot. J.D. McLaughlin, though, able to make the grab on it. That one worried me more than it should have, I think, initially. As Maury Weaver steps up. Strikeout swinging for Maury Weaver. His last out. Jackson on first is a pickoff over there. Whatever he did on the balk, he did not do on that pickoff attempt. I'm glad he didn't, because as the runner's going, throw into second, got him. Oh, Donovan Ratfield tested again, and he passed the test. They tried to run on him, and they probably shouldn't have. This RedPocket Mobile squad, #1 in the league in stolen bases, but they are 0 for 2 today. Boom, zipped in there to second base, and there's 2 outs. Pitch was a ball, that one a strike. Range Riders could have even had more caught stealings, if not for 2 different bungled in different ways pickoff attempts. One on the balk and one on the just not cleanly handled throw to second. Count goes to 2-1, 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. Scoring update from the early part of the PBL scoreboard. Bottom of the 5th in Great Falls, Montana. It is Billings 9, Great Falls 4. Popped up foul. Count goes to 2-2 for Maury Weaver. Billings, they can clinch a playoff spot as soon as Sunday. Long Beach, however, who is down 5-2, can clinch a playoff spot as soon as tomorrow. Swing and a miss, and that's how the inning ends. A strikeout to send down Weaver, a fly out of Jackson, and a caught stealing of Manny Jackson. We head to the bottom of the 4th as Canada faces the minimum in the top half of the frame.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
First pitch into Tommy Rover is fouled off his lower body. Count goes to 0-1. Ren Arias back out there. He's on 47 pitches through 3 innings and just a little bit more work. Canada a little bit ahead of him in terms of pitch count because he mixed up the balls thrown a little bit more. Warm-up's going on in the pen right now for a right-hander down there. 0-1. This is inside. Count goes to 1-1. Arias, hometown, Yamagata, 4 hours north of Japan. 1 million people in the prefecture, where he's originally from. Upstairs, count goes to 2-1. Looks like an incredibly beautiful place. Ton of mountain ranges, as there's a called strike right at the top of the zone. Count goes to 2-2 on Rover. 17% of the total land area of the Yamagata prefecture, where he's from, is designated as natural parks. Down low. Count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one hit over to first, where Harrison Dudley makes the catch just in fair territory. I think if it would have got by Harrison Dudley, it would have ended up foul. But if Harrison Dudley would have knocked it down, would have just scraped a piece of it, then technically it would have been called fair because he was in fair territory when that would have happened. So it's a line out to the tune of 92 miles per hour right at JHD. I think I'm going to start calling him JHD. It's just so much to say Harrison Dudley. There's a called strike. The count goes to 0-1. I talk all the time about East Coast parents and the struggle that they face watching. I know that many of you right now, even though it's a beautiful sunny day, is that one called a strike. First miss by the home plate umpires. That one maybe just stretched out the strike zone a little bit. But he's been pretty accurate thus far, Michael Goebel. But East Coast parents, it's 10 p.m. right now, and this game probably won't finish till 11 or midnight. Because there's a 3-pitch strikeout on a swing and a miss by Steele. Up comes Fernandez. Second strikeout of the day by Arias. Fernandez 2 for 2, single and a double. A lot better setup in Japan for the family of Arias if they're wanting to tune in. Especially, should be easily accessible. Hopefully they're tuning in from Japan right now, watching on YouTube or the Go Range Riders app. And it's a very great time. It's, you know, it's Saturday morning baseball right now in the 4th of July in Japan, 11:06 a.m. It is 9 hours, technically behind, but the next day, if that all makes sense. Time zones are weird, and that's kind of the weird quirk, is they get to watch a day ahead First pitch today coming at 10 a.m. Nice little brunch in baseball in Japan. Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. 4-2 Range Riders with the lead right now over the RedPocket Mobiles in front of a sellout crowd here at Glacier Bank Park. Post-game fireworks. Tomorrow, even bigger post-game fireworks. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Inside to Fernandez. Next pitch will be the 60th from Arias. Range Riders would love to get to him a little bit quicker than they did the last time. Because once he's chased out of the ballgame, this bullpen has a lot of question marks. This one hit towards short. Kaufman charges it, knew that he needed to, and did a good job to get out the speedy Alex Fernandez. We head to the 5th inning of play. It is 4-2. Glacier leads RedPocket.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back in. New pitcher into the contest for the Glacier Range Riders. Number 34, Ricky Tibbett, returning to Glacier Bank Park. Tibbett finished off the 2024 season with Glacier before spending last year on and off the IL with the Idaho Falls Chuckers. And this year, starting the season with the former Idaho Falls coach, Troy Percival, in Long Beach. Before coming up, back to Glacier. First pitch, a called strike at the bottom of the zone. And Bishop continues to struggle to understand the strike zone. That entire ball was in the zone. It was not a good time to use it, nor was it a good challenge. Multiple times, Bishop has made challenges on balls that are entirely in the zone. That one, call the ball outside. Count goes to 1-1. Just very unique, and it's an 0-0 pitch. That one call the ball as well. Count goes to 2-1. It's just one of those things where it's. I'm not frustrated at Bishop, but just on behalf of the fan that loves the strategy of the game and the chess match, I'm just going, why? That doesn't make any sense. That one called a strike at the bottom of the zone. Bishop doesn't like it. That would have been something if he would have used his second challenge, because he would have lost that one as well. That was a great call by our home plate umpire, who does have a really good understanding of that bottom of the zone, right at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch coming in to Bishop from Ricky Tibbett. Called strike 3. Bishop not happy with it. He darted out of the way, but the entire ball is in the zone. I don't I don't know what he's seeing. Any ball that's inside that he's not swinging at, and I mean inner cut of the strike zone that he's not swinging at, he darts out of the way like it's running right at him. I don't think he's crowding the plate specifically tight. I don't know what it is. What's the difference there? As this one misses inside, the count goes to 1-0. He was not happy with the strike zone, but the second strike was the most questionable, but it did hit the zone, and ABS would have called it a strike. As this one headed out to center field, McLaughlin getting on his high horse and making a beautiful catch in center. Good job to back up and grab that one as it just did not fall down. And McLaughlin, who played with Ricky Tibbett 2 years ago on that Range Rider team that made it all the way to the championship, gives him a salute from the mound as he gives him an appreciation for the great play, because he realizes that, yes, it was not an insane catch out there. It wasn't full extension or anything like that, as that one below the zone. But that was a ball that was really hard to read for JD, and he did a great job to be able to get to it. 1 ball, no strikes. This is Harrison Dudley at the plate. 2 balls and no strikes now. Dangerous, dangerous batter. Coach and a teacher in the offseason, Jordan Harrison Dudley. That one called the ball just below the zone. Probably Ratfield a little bit frustrated not to get that call, but he understands the situation. It's 2-0. Don't challenge it. You're already behind. You're still going to be behind. And maybe an unintentional intentional walk isn't the worst thing in the world, and that's exactly what happens. A 2-out walk, not a killer, but now you got to take care of Justin Johnson, who is ever dangerous with the bat. 2 strikeouts for Johnson. He's happy to see the end of Chris Canada. Ricky Tibbett, in just a couple appearances for the Range Riders this season, he has a 3.86 ERA, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts to that just being his second walk. The control was his biggest issue in the short stay he had in Long Beach. There's a throw coming into second, and it's not going to be in time. Jordan Harrison Dudley, who got thrown out at home to end the 3rd inning, steals another base, and that's what makes that throw even more impressive from Ashworth in left field. I mean, Jordan Harrison Dudley, it's 2 outs. He was running on contact, and somehow Ashworth was able to get him as they throw a pickoff back to second base. Harrison Dudley face first. Rover standing over him, looking at him like, okay, we just tried to pick you up. Nobody shot you. But he was playing dead down there. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. Tibbett, a stare down. And this one headed to left center field by Justin Johnson, and the dangerous Justin Johnson. It's tied the game with a 2-run blast. Just like I said, he's one of those guys that he connects with it, and you're going to regret it, and that's exactly what happened. We are all square in the top of the 5th inning, thanks to Johnson blasting it to center field. His 14th home run of the season, now tied with Jordan Harrison Dudley for the most home runs on this Mobile squad. 4-4 the scoreline goes, and you just knew the way this Mobile squad was fighting last week that they are not done. Down by 2 runs midway through the contest. Last series, every game was cinematic, and the RedPocket Mobiles had a really good fight in each game to make it so. Came out on the wrong side of those final 5 games that were fun and fascinating for a neutral fan to watch, but heartbreaking if you're rooting for a player from RedPocket. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. This is Josiah Chavez, 1 for 1 with the walk. Swing and a miss. Tibbett out of the inning, but fairly deflated after the 2-run blast hit against the Range Rider reliever. 4-4 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway home.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Glacier Range Riders and the RedPocket Mobiles were halfway through this 3rd of July holiday weekend contest, and it is all square at 4 apiece. Sellout crowd. If you see an empty seat, it's likely because somebody is grabbing a hot dog at the concession stand. Obviously, a lot of great places to watch a Range Rider game around this ballpark. Kyle Ashworth sees the first pitch as a strike, and that one misses upstairs for Ashworth, originally from Santa Ana, California / Irvine. One called a strike at the top of the zone. Count goes to 1-2. Ashworth, a couple different stops in his collegiate career. Started at Cal Poly before heading to Long Beach State. That ball outside. Count goes to 2-2. Went to Foothills High School in Santa Ana, California, alongside former Range Rider Chad Castillo. The 2-2. Hit foul. Good job by Jordan Harrison Dudley to get to that one. Last spring was a second-team all-conference player. Honorable mention all-conference in the Big West the year before, Kyle Ashworth. That's a ball. It is 3-2. When he left Foothills High School, even though he was looking at players like Chad Castillo, who were legends a few years before him that went on to do great things. Obviously, Castillo ended up being picked into the Phillies organization. 3-2 pitch upstairs, ball 4. Ashworth, more than Castillo, more than anybody else before him, hit the most career hits in Foothills High School history, 111. And he also set the record in 2019 for single-season triples and single-season runs. He scored 35 times in that 2019 season and had 7 triples that year as well. So speed and contact was always a very skillful thing for him. As this one hits the strike zone, count goes to 0-1. Had a JUCO stint at Santa Ana College, which actually won the CCCAA, California Community College Athletic Association. They play separately apart from the rest of JUCO, as this throw is over and it's closer to hitting Jackson Murphy, and now going for 2 bases is Kyle Ashworth. The throw will come home as Arias airmailed that pickoff attempt to try and get Ashworth, and I think he had a good chance to do so because Ashworth was leaning the other way, but instead it goes as a very, very bad error for the pitcher. Range Riders have the go-ahead run on third base just like that, and an 0-1 count for Donovan Ratfield, who's certainly due for a hit, 0 for 1, with a pop out and a ground out. The 0-1 pitch. Hit up the middle, and it'll score the run. Here's the throw from Kaufman's in top. 5-4, Range Riders take back the lead. 102-mile-per-hour ground out from Donnie Rat. Ashworth across home. The Range Riders take advantage of the leadoff walk and the error. Carson Garner now stepping to the plate. Or excuse me, Carson Horning. Got my Carsons all mixed up. First pitch hits the zone on Horning, and the count goes 2-0-1. This one, home plate umpire said that he went. Count goes to 0-2. Number 1 shortstop in the state of Kansas coming out of high school, Carson Garner. Hard to believe considering the first base position that he most commonly plays now, or left field. This one hit up the middle, beyond the stretch of Marquise Jackson. Good job to fight off the 0-2 pitch for a base knock. He went to Blue Valley Southwest High School. Hit .435 in his senior season with the Timberwolves. Was the number 2 overall player in the state of Kansas coming out of high school. That'll get you recruited to an SEC school, and that's exactly what he did. Went to South Carolina. Did Horning, as up comes Carson Garner. First pitch in to Garner, misses inside, and the count goes to 1-0. Horning, a state champion his senior year in high school, one of 3 straight state champions for Blue Valley Southwest High School. They won the year after he left as well, 2022, as well as 2015. This one popped up. It's a Ren Arias special. Marquise Jackson at second base makes the grab. Up comes Brock Vredenberg, dangerous lefty bat. Third time facing off against Arias after an infield single and a double his first 2 times up. Fouled off. 5-4 Range Rider lead here. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Horning with this single. The 0-1. Called a strike. Goes to 0-2. Got a piece of it. 360 throw, right on target from Chavez to first base. Range Riders get 1 from the RBI ground out, but that's all she wrote in the 5th. Range Riders back in front after 5, 5-4. Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone with you, ushering you through this matchup between the Glacier Range Riders and the RedPocket Mobiles. Happy 4th of July weekend. Please, please, please have a blast wherever you may be at, but also stay safe out there. I usually have my broadcast with that, but I'll get it to you a little bit earlier, and I'll say it again at the end as well. First pitch upstairs to Keyshawn Frett. Please be safe this 4th of July weekend, however you decide to celebrate. Ricky Tibbet, two guys that played together at San Diego State for a brief stint. Tibbet and Canada, they were teammates with the Aztecs, as Tibbet spent 4 seasons there before spending a final year at UC Irvine. Fouled off by Keyshawn Frett, 1 for 2 with a single into left field. That was an RBI single and also a throw out at home. Tibbet spent his grad year at UC Irvine, where he was the All Big West honorable mention. Let's call the ball up and in. Count goes to 3-1. Pitched 30 games in relief for the Anteaters, and was on the Stopper of the Year watch list with his 10 saves. Fouled off. Count goes to 3-2. His sister, equally as athletic and a goalkeeper for the UC Irvine women's soccer team. There's called strike 3. Keyshawn Frett about to challenge and smartly did not. We almost said the challenge. He did tap on his head, but as Todd Pratt's going to ask right now and say, hey, wait a minute, he tapped his head. So once that goes, you have to say that that's a challenge. They're talking about it right now because, as I just walked about, he definitely did tap his head. In the MLB, the rule is if you tap, you're done. Like, it is a challenge for sure, because you can't tap your head and then in theory, if somebody gets, I'm not suggesting that anybody is shady, but I'm saying the reason that the rule is in play is that if somebody taps their head and then somehow gets a sign that, hey, that was a bad challenge, don't challenge that, whether it be shady or not, as this one's fouled off, you shouldn't be allowed to walk it back. Because the whole point is that players, either the batter, the catcher, or the pitcher, have to make the decision in a matter of a second or two. And if you watch that one back, you can rewind it if you watch it on YouTube. He did tap his head. And so that is a frustrating moment if you're a Range Rider fan to say, wait a minute, shouldn't he have to live with what he just did there? Apparently not. Count goes to 0-2. Outside to Manny Jackson. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, top of the 6th inning. And the reason that it is more frustrating for the Range Riders is he would have lost the challenge, and RedPocket would have been out of challenges. This one towards right field. Fernandez backing up. A leaping catch. Make the nice catch. Great job by Fernandez. He makes it look so easy. I've said it about how he plays on the base paths, but he is like an energetic dog out there. Like that to me gave a lot of golden retriever energy of playing fetch at the dog park. Owner's got to whip it and just whipping it, trying to get it beyond. And the dog just like that, boom. Got it, bounced off the wall, and came back with it. First pitch, a called strike on the outer cut to Marquise Jackson. Good swing there for Manny Jackson, just not enough to get beyond Fernandez. It might be a home run in Missoula, but you're back in the confines of an actual professional ballpark. That one hit hard and foul. Goes to 0-2. 0-2, swing and a miss. Jackson turned down on a few pitches, and the Range Riders, thanks to 2 strikeouts and a flyout, go 1-2-3 on the arm of Ricky Tibbett in the 6th.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
J.D. McLaughlin leads us off in the bottom of the 6th inning. Swing and a miss by J.D. to get us going here. Ren Arias back out there. 2 pop-outs as he's yet to figure out Ren Arias. This one hit on the ground and just beyond the dive of Spence Kaufman. Single by JD, and honestly, I was like about to just say, oh yeah, man, he took a little bit off of his swing, wasn't trying to hit it as hard. He hit it 99 miles per hour, but it didn't look like it because I think he just slowed himself up in all but the final pop to it. Up comes Tommy Rover. He sees the first pitch as a ball. The count goes to 1-0. Runner's going. Throw into second, not in time. Range Riders have really started to uptick their stolen base numbers. They ran a lot in the last couple games against the Great Falls Voyagers. They started last week against the RedPocket Mobiles. When they started that 6-game series, they were 9th in stolen bases. Range Riders have now ticked it up to 5th over the course of 9 games. Called strike. Clearly, Alex Fernandez is a part of that, but the entire team has just opened it up a little bit more and run more strategically, run at the right times, been able to get in with a lot more stolen bases. 2 balls, 1 strike into Rover. Down low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Tapper over towards first. Arias will cover, and Harrison Dudley will tap the bag himself. It's not an unproductive out by Tommy Rover. It sets the stage for a possible sacrifice opportunity if Steele can make some decent contact. Ren Arias, he does not like the feel of a ball after it has touched lumber. Every single time there's been some sort of hit, whether it's been an out like that one or not, he has asked for a swap out. First pitch to Jacob Steele misses up and in. Steele is 1 for 2 with a double into left center field. Something similar would make this a 6-4 contest. Outside, 2-0. Arias is running to the end of his leash. He is on 86 pitches. They got warm-ups going on with a lefty in the pen. Of course, the first 1 or 2 names that they will have to pull out of the pen are going to be the adventure, because that is where games have been specifically either lost or games have gotten interesting again on those first couple names. And that's usually it is. It's the bridge guys. The 2-1. This one hit through on the left side for a base knock and an RBI single. Crushed it at 99. McLaughlin scores. The Range Riders take advantage of the leadoff single, get a stolen base as well as a productive ground out to be able to cross another run. And it is Range Riders now with a 2-run cushion. And the call to the pen will be made. It looks to be Ethan Ross stepping into the contest. Left-hander Ethan Ross has struggled in 2 1/3 innings pitched. He has allowed a total of 8 earned runs. And that ERA is not kind. It's a 30.86 ERA for Ethan Ross. Before I forget to note, I will say with the score at 6-4 right now, there's a creepy parallel with Ricky Tibbett, who just finished off 2 innings of work. A warm-up is going on in the pen right now, so likely Tibbett's done. I will say, Tibbett played in the 2013 Little League World Series. He lost his team did, West Chula Vista Little League, lost in the championship game, the World Championship, to Team Japan, which Arias was not on, but same country, so it is kind of a funny quirk that it's a Japanese pitcher versus a kid that played at West Chula Vista Little League. And the score of that game, that Japan beat Chula Vista 6-4, which is the exact score when both players exit the contest. There's your weird quirk of the day, brought to you by Scott Gladstone. Funny enough, the second place team from the U.S. in that Little League World Series was Westport, Connecticut. And I've called a player from that team as well, Chad Knight, who was the catcher for Duke when he played for the Bristol Blues in the summer of 2021. It's all connected. It's all connected, I'm telling you. All right, back to action is Ethan Ross. Former San Jose State Spartan is into the contest. Did not overlap with Alex Fernandez at San Jose State, as the two will battle here on the first pitch of his outing. One out, bottom of the 6th inning. Runner on first in Steele, 6-4 contest. I'll read the final line for Arias when that time comes. But for now, he technically is responsible for Steele on first, and there's going to be a pickoff attempt over there. Harrison Dudley does not want another one to get by him. That did help score a run. Called a strike at the top of the zone. Count goes to 0-1. Fernandez is 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and a ground out. Swing and a miss. And the count goes to 0-2. Two pitches. Fernandez will take his sweet time, re-strapping up his batting gloves. 0-2 pitch in, upstairs. Ethan Ross, his appearances for this RedPocket Mobile squad this season. His first one was 5 earned runs in 1/3 of an inning against Glacier. As this one swung on to right center field, it's got legs under it, and it is down in the gap. All the way to the wall it goes. Fernandez will head to third base, and he's going to be in there standing up. It is a stand-up triple for Fernandez, who is now a home run short of the cycle, and it is 7-4 Range Riders as Steele scores. The second appearance that Ross had versus the Range Riders, he pitched 2/3 of an inning, and it was scoreless. He did allow a hit, but got 2 strikeouts to be able to get out. That was on the Sunday game. As then he allowed 3 earned runs versus the Missoula Paddleheads on Wednesday in the 17-10 loss to Missoula. Pitch upstairs. Ross came in that Sunday game where he had 2 outs. He came in and allowed a Alex Fernandez infield single before getting a strikeout of Kyle Ashworth with the bases loaded. And then he came in to start the 8th, walked Hornung, struck out Vredenberg, and then Miranda came in. Miranda would eventually blow the save opportunity. 2-1 pitch into Ashworth, fouled off. This is a very big opportunity that Ross has to possibly punch out Kyle Ashworth with 1 away. It's a sacrifice opportunity for the former Washington State Cougar and San Jose State Spartan. Low and away. Good patience from Kyle Ashworth, who's 0 for 2 with a walk his last time up. Started off at Wazoo, pitched 2 seasons there, 11 total games played in those 2 seasons. Before his 3 seasons at San Jose State, where he got a lot more time, 52 games played. That's upstairs, ball 4, and a walk is issued. Runners on the corners now, and what will the defense play with Donovan Ratfield, who does lead the Range Riders in grounded into double plays. But he is also one of the most lethal Range Rider bats, and he's certainly due for a hit. 0 for 3 on the day. We got a final line for you from Ren Arias. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 7 runs. I got 5 of them earned, 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Ashworth is running on the first pitch. The throw will come to third, and it's a stolen base by Kyle Ashworth. Pitch in, what was it called? Because it was a close play. They did call it a ball, and that was correctly so. It was really close to being a strike. Stolen base by Ashworth, and the infield is back to being in. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Range Riders have a chance to really push them into the driver's seat as there's a swing and a miss. Cuts over the top of it, does Donnie Rat. Count goes to 1-1. Of course, these two, let me do some math here. I don't think they would have faced off, as there's a swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. They were kind of around each other a lot, as I think Ratfield was a little bit behind in both instances of being in Eastern Washington at the same time as Ross. So I think he went to Gonzaga after Ross left Washington State down there in Pullman. The 1-ball, 2-strike pitch hit on the ground towards first. Harrison Dudley will go over and tap the bag. Great defensive play by Harrison Dudley in terms of not taking his eye off of the runner on third, Fernandez, who you know wants to be able to find a way to get home. An out at first and an unproductive one at that. Ashworth and Fernandez still waiting in scoring position as Carson Hornung sees a pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. Carson Hornung started his career at South Carolina, like I mentioned. Finished it up with the other Gamecocks, Jacksonville State. The 1-0 2-out pitch, bottom of the 6th inning. Hit into center field. Will it fall? It was down. No, oh, I thought that hit the ground. Let's take a look back at that one as Bishop in center field. I could have swore that one ricocheted into the glove. We will look back at it and see if we get a replay or if not. We'll send it to the 7th. It is Range Riders 7, Mobiles 4.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. New pitcher into the contest for the Glacier Range Riders. It is Lance Wade stepping out there. Wade will inherit here in the top of the 7th inning in the 7-4 lead for the Glacier Range Riders. First pitch, called the ball. And that's a tough one to swallow if you're Ratfield, because that one pretty clearly hit the strike zone according to the ABS. One also hit the strike zone according to ABS, also called a ball. Wow. No pity for Wade coming into the contest right now. The 2-0 pitch into Maury Weaver. Swing and a miss, and the first one that misses the strike zone according to ABS. At least, thank goodness, Weaver took his bat off his shoulder. On the season, Lance Wade, an 0.90 ERA and 10 innings of work. Upstairs, that one clearly upstairs. Nobody will debate that. Don't want to walk the leadoff batter, especially not when the leadoff batter's batting .215. Got to come after him here. And it's ball 4 and a walk. And now you put one on for Braylon Bishop, who gets a lot more dangerous. You go up 150 points in terms of batting average, 160 technically in terms of batting average when you go from Weaver to Bishop. One for 3, Braylon Bishop. 2 strikeouts and a single. Pick off over to first base. 12 stolen bases for Weaver. When he's gotten on, he's been able to do damage. His struggle certainly has been getting on. 373 on base percentage. Want that to be higher if you're Weaver, certainly. Swung on, foul down the left field line. Top of the 7th inning here. It has a interesting feel because the Range Riders only on Tuesday's game were they really in the driver's seat as much as they are now, which is not in the driver's seat. A 3-run lead is not in the driver's seat, but it certainly feels like it compared to the games that they had last week against RedPocket. Swing and a miss, count goes to 0-2. O2 pitch into Bishop, who surely has the skill to fight it off. Cannot miss your spot against him. He'll make you pay. This one buffed towards short, running himself. The throw to first on target and in time. A 6-3 double play. Jacob Steele sends 2 down with a good throw to first. Absolutely perfect. 60 miles per hour, perfectly at Steele. And I love the call from Steele to take it himself to second, because he knew he would need that forward momentum to deliver a hard throw to the bag, and did so exactly to hit Vredenberg. Called strike right at the top of the zone for Spence Kaufman. That's the same spot. Range Riders couldn't get 2 strike calls against the leadoff batter, Weaver. This one hit on the ground towards short. Steele, another chance for a good throw to first, and ends the inning. Just 10 pitches thrown by Lance Wade. We're out of it quickly. 7-4, Range Riders lead. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Welcome back into the contest. JC Coronado stepping up to the bump. Coronado on the season has a 5.40 ERA. 1 2/3 innings pitched, and now will inherit a 3-run lead. Leads it off against Carson Garner. First pitch, hit it down the third base line. They said it was fair, and Garner is saying that that hit his foot, and he's asking for him to ask the other players or the other umpires, and nobody cares. All right. Todd Pratt's turning around and asking the third base umpire and saying, "Hey Zach, what? You didn't see that one? All right, well, 1 pitch, 1 out for JC Coronado. This one hit hard at short, fielded by Spence Kaufman. The throw to first is in time. 2 pitches and 2 outs for JC Coronado. That one, I mean, whatever happened, clearly Garner didn't run right out of the box because of something. Like, because every time you see players, they maybe have a brief hesitation and then they start bolting, but he had like question marks where he was like, wait. So I don't know why he would do that, because Garner has good speed. He could have beat that one out if he would have cruised right out of the box, probably. And if he probably just had the glitch of a brief moment of, okay, that clearly hit me, and that's why he didn't dart. And then he went, oh, wait, what if they don't call it? Then I look really bad. And then he went, oh, I don't think they're calling it. Should I stop now and start to argue? It was a interesting call. I don't take Garner for somebody who's going to try and flub about that. As this one hit through on the left side of the infield. J.D. McLaughlin has a base knock. McLaughlin, I believe, was the player that got thrown out at home when he was trying to score on a wild pitch from second against Coronado. And then Coronado stood over him and started kind of flexing on him in celebration, which you could argue he was trying to just celebrate with his team. That one misses outside, but that has to feel a little bit good for JD to be able to get the base knock against Coronado. I'm sure even more so he'd want to steal a bag. The Coronado twins on this team, they're really the best chance to rev up the velocity. As JD's running, throw into second, not in time. The Range Riders are running at will on the catcher, Josiah Chavez. Meanwhile, other than Bishop's interesting path around the base paths, there haven't been much success stealing the bases against Donovan Ratfield. .3-0 pitch is in the zone. A called strike to Tommy Rover. Rover 0 for 2 does have himself a walk. Range Riders are right in the middle of the league in terms of runners caught stealing. They are tied for 6th at a 165 clip. RedPocket is second to last. They only catch guys 10% of the time stealing. There's a called strike. Count goes to 3-2, and Rover challenged that one. Now is not the spot to challenge it. My philosophy, do not challenge if your team is winning late in the game unless it's a very, very crucial call and you think you might get it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, but not on a non-decision pitch when your team is winning and your pitching staff needs the challenges more than you do. Makes do on it anyway as it floats into center field, and Rover, you can take a challenge if you get an RBI single right after. We'll give it to you. 8-4, Range Riders expand their lead by 1 as JD crosses home. With 2 outs, that's a great one for JD to be on second. Broke the bat, Tommy Rover, but that one hopefully will end up with a fan or something fun. And they'll know that that specific bat gave the Range Riders an 8-4 lead on the 3rd of July. The worst team in the league in terms of runners caught stealing, you won't guess it because you look at the standings and it doesn't make any sense. But it shows you that that is not an important stat in wide regard. The Long Beach Coast, #1 team in the league. They've only caught 10.1% of guys stealing. RedPocket 10.4. The best team in the league, then it does make some sense because it's the Billings Mustangs. They've caught 25% of guys stealing bases. It's kind of a sporadic thing when you look at the league standings because Long Beach is in first. They're last in stolen bases caught. Billings is second. They are first in stolen bases caught. And the Range Riders are dead center in the middle, and they're 3rd in the league. So what does it mean? Who knows? But it is nice when you can get some outs for free. Fouled off by Jacob Steele. Count goes to 0-1. Jacob Steele 2 for 3 tonight. Double, single. Range Riders got the first 2 outs on 2 pitches, including that controversial one with Carson Garner at the heart of it. But J.D. McLaughlin had a great AB, got a single into left, stole a base, and then a broken bat single into center for Tommy Rover. And now Rover's running. That one almost hit Jacob Steele in the face, and so no throw comes. The Range Riders have another stolen bag. The Range Riders are 5 for 5 on steals today. McLaughlin has 2. Fernandez, Rover, and Ashworth all have 1 now. On the other side, there has been 2 from Harrison Dudley and 1 from Bishop. But the caught stealing, as this one goes to the backstop, and makes it 2-1 on the count. Rover heads to third. Now Steele has a very clear RBI opportunity to make it 9-4. Lance Wade likely slated to come out for another inning of work as a right-hander's warming up at the pen for the RedPocket Mobiles. Jacob Steele 2 for 3 if he can get another knock. The Range Riders will have a 5-run cushion here with just a couple frames. This one hit to right center field. And the catch is made by Bishop for out number 3. Range Riders get 1 on the Rover RBI single. It is 8-4 as we head to the 8th. Welcome back. It is the top of the 8th inning. Sky Gladstone with you. Lance Wade, the man on the bump, trying to finish off 2 innings of work. 8-4 contest as Jordan Harrison Dudley, dangerous bat, steps up to the plate and is sorted up. As the count goes to 0-1, 2 walks and a home run for Jordan Harrison Dudley. This one out to center field, leadoff single by JHD. When I called basketball, college basketball, I called all the home games for the St. Martin Saints for 2 years. And the best player, the point guard, was named Jaden Nielsen Skinner. And I'll tell you what, as a broadcaster's least best friend, it is syllables. And Jordan Harrison Dudley gives me that same issue to deal with. The thing is Jordan Harrison Dudley, I don't know if he has a nickname that's shorter than that. So that's why I'm going to ride with JHD as much as I can kind of get in there. He's thinking about stealing second. And Lance Wade knows it. Justin Johnson up at the plate. I think they call him JJ. That's what I'm pretty sure I've seen and heard from the RedPocket Mobiles. Makes sense. Justin Johnson, JJ. 1 + 1 = 2. Upstanders, 1-1. 8-4 Range Rider lead here. The 1-1 pitch. Upstairs again. Justin Johnson, 2 strikeouts and a home run to center. Left center field. Tied the game at 4. That was his last time up, all the way back in the top of the 5th inning. Since then, the Range Riders have been very solid on the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Missing just high and in. 3-1 goes the count. You don't want to put 2 on, because then things get sketchy with just a 4-run lead. The 3-1 pitch into Justin Johnson. Swing and a miss. Good placement on that one from Lance Wade to entice the empty swing. In terms of home run leaders on the season, both Justin Johnson and Jordan Harrison Dudley are now tied for second with 14. 3-2. No out pitch. Ball 4 upstairs. Fairly quickly, a right-hander getting warm in the pen for the Range Riders. Up comes Josiah Chavez. You're okay with the leadoff single. The walk after it is a little bit more frustrating. Say, okay, now you got to deal with the guys behind, which, yes, they're not as good. Those 2 in Harrison, Dudley, and Johnson are certainly intimidating. But Chavez, Fred, each have some pop as well. League leader in home runs right now is Jeter Ibarra of the Oakland Ballers, which is fascinating to me because he struggled here in 3 games. I didn't see necessarily 17 home runs worth of pop from Ibarra, but it shows you the difference in play style and ability, in ballpark prowess and ballpark exceptions. When you look at a guy like Jeter Ibarra, who's hitting .331 with 17 jacks, and we're not at the halfway point in the season yet. We're 9 games away from the halfway point in the season, and the Range Riders, the most ever hit in a single season has been 20 home runs, and he's already almost to that point. In the zone, called strike. Nice placement. Count goes to 0-2 on Chavez. Just deal with the batter in front of you. That's the goal for Lance Wade versus Josiah Chavez. .02 skips in the dirt. But the Range Riders already catching a couple batters on the base paths. In terms of some good throwouts, you think that Harrison Dudley probably going to be conservative here, not want to get an out on the base paths. 1-2. It is called a ball inside. The pitcher challenges, and they're going to lose their second challenge, the Range Riders. Count goes to 2-2. Range Riders, for the most part, have left it in the hands of their catchers to challenge. That time, Lance Wade overruled his catcher in Ratfield, who seemed like he was not going to challenge it. Range Riders are out of challenges the rest of the way. 2-2. Hit on the ground. Fielded by Steele to throw to first. Easily on target and easily on time. The Range Riders have lost 2 bad challenges here in the past 2 innings, past full inning. Tommy Rover in the bottom of the 7th inning, he challenged. I didn't agree necessarily with the challenge. It wasn't that particularly good because the entire ball was in the zone. And then he makes amends on it. Next play gets a 2-out base knock to score a run. And right there, Lance Wade challenges, but next play makes amends, gets a double play ball. If you're gonna challenge and lose a challenge, keep your head in the game and make up for it. And those 2 players have shown exactly that. Fouled off on the first 2 pitches to Keyshawn Fred. Count goes to 0-2. Man, if there was ever a chance I just don't think it could have been clean. Range Riders have never had a triple play in franchise history. That ball got to Steele pretty quickly. If it got to third, Garner in that same pace, it would have been a good chance for 3. The 0-2, swing and a miss. He went through on a pitch upstairs, and that's all she wrote in the 8th. 2 runners get aboard, but Lance Wade out of the jam with nobody across. 8-4, the Range Riders' last chance for insurance when we come back.
Turn.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
It's Alex Fernandez due up here in the bottom of the 8th inning after one of the most exciting t-shirt tosses in franchise history. The t-shirt gun was out. We were throwing t-shirts out of the balcony, out of the, not the balcony, but our press level up here. It was something. Fired up the troops for that one. Last chance for insurance. Fernandez to lead it off. He's 3 for 4 today. Into the zone for a called strike, and the count goes 0-2 on Fernandez. Range Riders have no challenges remaining. As the new pitcher into the contest is Robbie Coronado. We go twin to twin. The 0-2 pitch in after Fernandez timing. Ball low and away. Biggest worry right now, as the biggest reason why the Range Riders need more run. Yes, more runs, better chance of winning. That's one thing. But sunlight is gonna hold up possible fireworks, because you need the sun to not fully set, but mostly set before you can set out the fireworks. And right now, we would not be able to have fireworks at all right now. We'd have to wait quite a while. So let's see if the Range Riders can do some favors, and Fernandez gets it started with a hard hit ball torched into right center field for a single. Fernandez, unless he gets another crack, he will not bat for the cycle. He does have 3/4 of the way there with 2 singles, a double, and a triple. Now Fernandez is on first, and he's going to continue to hunt the Range Rider stolen base record. I'm sure of it after the first pitch over there gets by, but not far enough for Fernandez to scamper to second. Range Riders' largest fireworks show in franchise history. Tomorrow night, I am telling you, that is not, it's not just me fabricating something. Like, it is legitimately going to be nuts as Fernandez stunts a steal, and that's a good way to get a pitch out and get your guy up 1-0. ABS would have overturned it, I hate to tell you. So maybe it wasn't even a pitch out, it was just a perfectly placed pitch that should have been called a strike. Now Fernandez is running, pitch misses inside, throw from the knees, not in time. Another stolen base for Alex Fernandez. Count goes to 2-0. This kid is just insane. Second stolen base of the day for Alex. He has a total of 28 on the season. He is 18 away from the franchise single season record. The 2-0 from Ashworth. In the zone, right at the top of the plate. Count goes to 2-1. I'm going to have to start looking at the career record rather than just the single season record, because Fernandez is not far off from that mark. I mean, he's far off, but it's not out of the question. This one hit on the ground. Kind of came awkwardly off the back of the mound. The throw to first is on target and in time. And it's a ground out, but Fernandez moves up to third base. Up comes Donnie Rat. 0 for 4 Donnie Rat, but a ground out. His last time nearly brought Fernandez across. The infield's coming in. The career record, in case you are wondering, for stolen bases is 66 by Gabe Howell. And I'm telling you, technically, considering what Fernandez has done in the time that he's played, he is on pace to break that record. Count goes to 1-0. 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. You're not only going to look at the stolen base record, but you're going to look at the runs record as well, which is, in a single season, 100 runs scored is the record, and Fernandez has already scored 28 times. The 1-0 misses inside. The count goes to 2-0. 28 times coming into the game today. When you look at what he has done today, he has scored once, so that's 29. He could be at 30 if Ratfield's able to do something with it. No one called a strike. Not framed well by Chavez, at least it didn't seem like it, but it did glance the outside corner. Two balls, one strike. Ratfield trying to get the RBI. Called a strike as well, right at the bottom of the zone. 50-50, by the way, tonight. Just another one. Part of the fun festivities here at Glacier Bank Park on this 4th of July weekend. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. Robbie Coronado into Donnie Ratfield. Gets a piece of it into left field, and it's a base 9. Great piece of hitting there. That ball was at the shoe tops for Donovan Ratfield, but he was trying to protect the zone and sent it back at 93 into left. RBI single, and for the 30th time in just 20 games, Alex Fernandez crosses home. 9-4 the lead for Glacier. And just in case, I love this call. Not just because the pinch runner that's coming into the contest now, you know, is a lot faster than Donovan Ratfield. Of course, that's the case with Drew Collins over there. But the thing that I love even more about it is it allows Donovan Ratfield to go into the dugout, put his catcher's gear back on, and start to think about catching the 9th inning. You see teams do that a lot in this league, is they do it for their catcher. 1, because the catcher's not built with a ton of speed, and 2, because it allows the catcher to get back to focusing on probably their most important job, which is catching, especially in a game where they got a lead. And it looks like Jack Maruskin warming up for not a save opportunity, but they all feel equally as important, especially in front of a sellout crowd here on the 4th. Carson Hornung falls ahead 2-0. Pick off over to first to check on Drew Collins. Collins on the season has 10 stolen bases. 2 balls, no strikes into Carson Hornung. A 9-4 Range Rider lead. Sent sky high. Shallow left field. Maury Weaver working in and making the grab for out number 2. And up comes Carson Garner now. Garner 0 for 4. I started off the night talking about how he had the highest batting average on the team over this 10-game winning streak, but he's had a slow night, but it's been kind of weird for him because you look at the leadoff lineout he had, it was 105 miles per hour at Justin Johnson at third. He had a strikeout and a pop out, and then he had the ground out that he claimed hit off his lower body, and that's the reason why he didn't run to first one. Maybe he could have eked out an infield single. Runner's going, throw from his knees, not in time. And it just seems like it's impossible for a Range Rider runner to be caught. That's the way Glacier's running right now. Stolen base again for the Range Riders. It is Glacier's 7th swiped bag of the day. Fouled off by Garner. Count goes to 1-1. One ball, one strike. Apparently the pitch in on Collins, or that Collins stole on, was a strike. As right now, Coronado and Chavez got to get on the same page. The interesting thing for this RedPocket mobile squad, like many teams in the league have, they do not have pitch comm, which is the communication between the two sides. I believe they're doing hand signals, which is a little old-fashioned just in the big scheme of things and what you're used to seeing. At the college level, a lot of teams are even wearing they're not like a full smartwatch, but they are essentially that, as this one misses. Did he go? No. One ball, 2 strikes, and a wild pitch will advance Collins to third base. .50-50 winner tonight, which is less people than tomorrow. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. The 50-50 winner tonight takes home over $2,000. Takes home. So come out of the game tomorrow and take part in 50-50. Range Riders lead by 5, looking to try and finish this puppy off. We'll be back in the ninth.
Turn.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. It's Jack Maruskin to try and finish this puppy off. Maruskin comes in. Usual closer, obviously not a closing situation. But against this dangerous RedPocket squad, Range Riders have performed very well already. First pitch misses down low. It's 7, 8, 9. You can get through this squad without having to flip over the lineup card and go back to the top, which is so dangerous. The 1-0 pitch into Manny Jackson, who is 0 for 3. Did reach on an error. Swing in the foul script. Count goes to 1-1. That one misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fouled off, and it's 2-2. No one called the ball. Payoff pitch coming in. The 3-2, no out from Maruskin into Manny Jackson. Popped up. Awkward spot. Long run for Ashworth, who calls off Steele and makes the grab. I'll tell you what, it looks easy when you see outfielders do it all the time, make those high pop-up catches, but it is never easy. You go out there and you take a BP. Take a BP round playing in the outfield, and I'll tell you what, whew, does not feel as fun as you might think when you're in full sprint trying to collect yourself under a hard whirling orb towards your face. This one popped up. Similar prescription here. Bradenberg and Rover battling for it. And in my favorite buddy cop movie of the biggest Range Rider position player right next to the smallest, the Bradenberg wins it out. I'm telling you, buddy cop movie coming. It's not quite, I forget what that movie was called, with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. But it's given the same vibes. Twins, that's what it was called, Twins. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito. It ain't the same thing, but my brain tells me that, you know? 0-1 count, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. Range Riders just a few moments away from starting off this holiday weekend exactly how they want to. Called strike, and the count goes to 0-2. Maury Weaver down to their last strike as Maruskin has come in and been money thus far. A 5.52 ERA, 7 saves, one of the best closers in the league. A time called by Weaver to take the wind out of the sails and see if he can stave off defeat for the 31st time this season for RedPocket. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch in from Maruskin to Weaver. Limbo for ball 1. I love this crowd. This crowd has been great tonight. And I know I just kind of said that like I was a stand-up comedian. I was trying to gas up the crowd before I finished my set, but they've been awesome tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning, 9-4 Range Rider lead. Range Riders 1 strike away from win number 25. The pitch in from Maruskin. It's upstairs as well. We go to 2-2. For Glacier, a squad that is hunting top 2 in the first half and seemingly going to run out of time to do so. Still a huge Another step in the right direction in this early July period. Swing and a miss. Weaver will need a throw down to first. Vredenberg grabs it. It's out number 3, and the Range Riders win. A standing ovation from the Flathead faithful, who will start off this America 250 weekend 1-0. Range Riders in the fireworks jerseys are undefeated. We'll send it down to the field shortly here because we're going to have Lauren Hill with one of our Range Riders stars of the game. Wow, what a victory. Range Riders out-hit the RedPocket Mobiles 13-6. This was more dominating than the final 5 wins last week against RedPocket. This was a clean victory for Glacier to be able to get out of here in such tip-top shape. Of course, tomorrow's a big one as well, but you got to give it up for the start from Canada, as well as the wonderful appearances by Ricky Tibbett, as well as Lance Wade out of the pen. Jacob Steele came through clutch today, and he is the star of the game that's going to talk with Lauren Hill shortly here. Range Riders win 9-4 in red over the RedPocket Mobiles. Jacob Steele, a great evening for him. Some clutch-based knocks spanning out of the 9-hole, and a big part of this Range Rider 5-run victory. We will send it down to the field with Jacob Steele and Lauren Hill shortly as they await the nod. Down to the field we go.
Hello, Range Riders fans. I'm your shortstop, Jacob Steele. So you went to report today with 3 RBIs. You've been a constant producer for this team. I gotta ask you, what's the producing secret? What's the secret to the success?
Just keep working hard and keep, stick to the process day in and day out. So, hitting with the guys before the game, that's always fun too. So.
All right, and then obviously we are here on a Friday. We wear red on Fridays typically, but we're in a new Celebrate America 250th edition, Friday red with fireworks on it. How are you feeling about it? Do you like it?
Yeah, feels good. Stick around for fireworks after this. I know I'll be watching, so.
All right, Jacob doing my job for me. I love it, as well as the fact, last question, I'll let you go. This fan base showed up and showed out for y'all today. How awesome is it to have a packed ballpark?
Yeah, it's awesome. It was a lot of energy tonight, and I enjoy seeing a lot of faces out here. So shout out to Valley. We'll keep winning for you guys.
All right, thank you, Jacob.
Thanks.
All right, and that concludes game 1 of our 3-game series against these RedPocket Mobiles. Now, I said it last week, and I'll say it again. We are undefeated against the RedPocket Mobiles this season. So if you don't have your tickets for tomorrow and or Sunday, go ahead and get them. We want you here. We want to keep the energy up and alive for this 4th of July weekend. And we are so happy that you chose to spend your Friday night with us. Have a great rest of your Friday night and stay around for the fireworks. They're about to be awesome.
Thanks to Lauren and Jacob. We'll take a quick break, come back and wrap this baby up. Range Riders win at 9-4, thanks to a convincing Friday night here at the ballpark.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone with you as we say a huge hello to everybody that's tuning in through. I just looked at the chat and shout out Grandpa and Grandma Weem, who was just watching Jacob Steele with a great game. Hopefully you guys had a good view of a phenomenal performance from the Glacier Range Riders shortstop today. And I also see some questions about the first half. We're going to talk about the first half of the season because some developments around the league have certainly given some more shape to this first half. We are 8 games away from the end of the first half right now, and the Range Riders winning this contest puts them at 25-15 overall. We might have some fireworks start, so I might be wrapping this up pretty quickly because it'll start to get real loud in here shortly. The winning pitcher of today's contest will be a scorer's decision. It'll likely go down as Lance Wade. No save applied in the 5-run victory. The loss will go to Arias, who allowed 5 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Again, no save in this decision. Range Riders are now 25-15 after 40 games this season. At home, they are now 15-7. What a start at the home ballpark for the Glacier Range Riders. This is their 22nd home game of the season, Glacier. Final scores from around the league. Billings wins as fireworks are starting. All right, lock in. I gotta lock in. Oh my goodness, it sounds great and it looks great, but I'm gonna finish this up. All right. Yeah, you're probably not even gonna be able to help me. The magic number for Billings moves down to 4 with the win. The Range Riders elimination number moves down to 3 in terms of their battle with the Mustangs. Ogden leads Boise by 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Missoula beat Idaho Falls 9-4. Yuba Sutter leads Long Beach, so that can stave off a Long Beach clinch for at least an extra day. Modesto is leading Oakland 4-3, and obviously the Range Riders got the 9-4 victory over the RedPocket Mobiles. Fireworks are going, so that's my cue to leave. A huge shout out to everybody that makes this broadcast possible. We hope you show up tomorrow night where the Glacier Range Riders match up again with the RedPocket Mobiles, 7:05 p.m. first pitch. But the gates open early at 3:30 p.m., so get here early, watch batting practice, and get some autographs as the Range Riders and the Paddleheads, the Mobiles will match up for a 4th of July spectacular. Please have a happy and safe 3rd of July going into the holiday tomorrow. Please, please, please do stay safe. For all of us here at the Glacier Range Riders, including Janelle, as well as Ryan on our sticks, Zach, our cameraman, Lauren, our sideline reporter, and Christian back in the HTN studio. My name is Scott Gladstone. Please have a great rest of your evening. Stay safe out there. Range Riders win 9-4.